Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is Martin here, and another morning for our members as well as the public in here. Thank you for coming, and we will go straight on with our Breakfast Show with the SmartRobie apps to demonstrate to you some of the tricks that we've been talking last Monday in here. Now, of course, right in front of me, many of you would have seen that the charts definitely not looking very good, especially in the US side where we are probably this coming Wednesday. So make sure you join me on Wednesday night. I'm talking about the slowdown and the market corrections, which is already imminent, as I said before, when we have the overhead resistance that came in from the US market. More on that on this coming Wednesday. So make sure you catch me then. I'll talk more about it. But this morning, let's talk about what we have in front of me in here, and switching to a wider chart, and you can see that's the KLCI. That's the one on this side here is the KLCI. You can see still pretty much on up green pentagon on a blue trend zone in here. We did have a spring, so a little bit of strength came back in here, but we get to see weakness. It's going to be testing back the old high, as you can see, maybe around the 1450 here. This is a level in here, and maybe form some sort of a double bottom. So anticipate that. That will be great for those of you in here. And let's go on to some of our morning activities that I will talk about in here. Is the KLCI, no doubt, is in green pentagon, right? And a pullback and holding above the 200 moving average, as you can see in here, which is around the 1440. Green pentagon is still up in here, but as I said before, since it started turn green pentagon on the 11th of July, and of course those of you who had followed this would have known this is a pretty nice one. When it started to turn, you can switch on to a 3-month chart. You can see there was just one bar, a nice wash forming the double bottom before the market turned back up in here. And we will also review the Robie FA collection that we have. So SmartRobie, powered by Pentagon Guider, which is a flagship product of our Trade VSA in here. And of course, a relook into some of the more powerful winners, just like what we see on the chart on this side here. UWIN went up by 88%, Catch-up 66%, Samadan was 43%, and IWC was 30%. So let's take a look at this here and how it came out in the first place. You can see the green pentagon that appeared sometime in June continued to run up, and for those of you who like to run up as or part of your strategy to run up for this kind of shares, then it does warrant a strategy in trading there. For those of you who would like to take quick profit, it's also good too, and that's where you take your quick profit and then you roll on to another trade, right? So this all depending on the kinds of strategy that will typically work from in here. So of course the VSA 360, which is the flagship product of our Trade VSA, continue to giving the feature of the insider trading and selling in here. So let's take a look at the KLCI, which we just glimpsed on it in here, switching to a 1-month chart on the left hand side. So you can see from here, it had done green pentagon, but as I said before, once the market started to move sideways, and that's the kind of sideways we talk about here, and usually that is a stage 3 distribution, and you'll be punctuated by some tears, some upthrust in here, and then eventually it has to do two things. What are those? It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. And of course, for our members who just joined us in here this morning, and a very good morning to all of you in here. And if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to pencil in there. And of course, many of you would have known my standard reply will be green pentagon to go in, red pentagon to go out. And if you follow that diligently, I am sure that you will do pretty well in the last 6 months or 7 months on the KLCI in here. Partly, some of the people who I've seen didn't do so well is hanging on onto losing trades. That's right, losing trades. But of course, from here you can see no doubt we are markets in stage 3. Let's check it out. You can see from here, this is the stage 1, which we have the so-called uptrend. Then we have the sideways moving here. This is the stage 3 that we're getting in here, and punctuated by the resistance at the top. Remember now, SOW has appeared, so we have to watch out for the breakdown where it break through 1400, and we really don't know where it's going to be going in. But we do have foreign funds outflow 3 out of the 5 days, and the only good news was on Friday they were buying back, were net positive. And check it out in our VSA 360 that you'll find out more about our foreign funds flow here. Right. Now let's take a look at the more leading indicator, which is the FKI futures chart. All right. So you can see from futures chart, it had turned. That's why I said it's a leading indicator, and it's such that he has already turned red pentagon. All right. So right now the market has pulled back a bit, but holding above this big bold purple line here, which is the 200 moving average, as I said before, and that is the so-called support, and then the resistance will be the top side here, 1470 in here. Railway track has also crossed up. That's also good in here. And take note, this is slightly also one of the longest green pentagon or blue trend zone that it has run. You can see since green pentagon here, blue trend zone, market started to move sideways in here. It's only a few bar. Now, if my take that this market will continue, we will see only few bar before the market break up. But I likely to see a market correction going forward as I see US market turning weaker, and usually our market Malaysia will also turn, maybe not so much. They will play a lagging factor and then sort of just move sideways in here, right? Usually Malaysia is, the KLSE Bursa will not follow exactly, but they are very late lah. They're like macam penyu or turtle penyu, this one what you call turtle. Turtle is what kura-kura, that's why they'll move very slowly one. So US macam rabbit, macam anak, they run very fast. So Malaysia like kura-kura saja, slow down, itulah. So I do see that if the US were to correct, our market won't correct that much. Okay, now US, we are looking for some, right now it's almost at the 3.8% correction, but I'll talk more on this coming Wednesday, plus some of the opportunity they're looking about here. All right. So that is what we're talking about. Now, of course, on our most interesting one, many of both experienced as well as beginners will also look at the ST2 shares, the stage 2 shares, which actually mean what? It is a continuation of an uptrend. Okay, they don't get a lot, and definitely last week we have My News, Sunway, and BNB, and we were talking about Sunway. So let's take a look at Sunway. All right, and SUI, and remember only last week, which is the 31st, and okay, click that one. If it doesn't come out, we have to do it again. The sensitivity of the robo, okay, it comes out. Yeah, it did come out. Sunway. Yep. Stock chart, stock comment, and you hit that, and you can definitely see switch to 1 week. So 31st was this big buy in here. Market did pull back, and you have no demand. That's pretty good, but prefer like what our previous senior trainer Zach say. We want to find no demand. No supply. Confirm of no supply at a bottom. At stage 1. This is sort of in the stage 2, can move sideways and then turn stage 3. Okay, can turn stage 3 anytime one, right? But nevertheless, it has moved up. The other one we have is My News. I'll talk about My News later on in here. We'll talk about BIMB. Okay, BIMB, Bank Islam. Stock chart, and so this one, yes, last week we were on 31st, switched to a 1 month chart. This was 31st. Yeah, that's right. Market has pulled back, just like what I've said before. A lot of our KLCI market has pulled back and is followed very similarly. So this week, 7th of August, we got YTL Rich and OSK, okay, which is a hospitality. I'm not so much into it. These are not really fantastic, I gotta admit. These are so-called very illiquid stocks, one kind of thing for a stage 2 share. But let's take a look. How much has this market gone up? You can see it did break up, took out all the 3 uptrusts that you see on the left hand side, and this morning is holding back in here. No, let's take a look. The next 3 or 4 days, it may not run that much. Maybe you need a bit more time, maybe like a 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get it the flood to sort of boom, push it up there. Remember, Malaysia are kura-kura. All these stocks are kura-kura, very slow one, right? Not like the rabbit. You gotta just wait for it. Then the market has some sort of chance to break out from in here. All right, and let's look at last week for our FA collection, which is the fundamental stocks in mind in here. And the KLCI, no doubt, is in green pentagon, right? But the hot sectors, we all know what they are. Mainly some of them are construction and also the property sectors. And if those 2 stocks doesn't fall into that, generally they don't move so much. So let's take a look at it. MYEG last week, you can see MYEG turned 2 tests here. That's a nice two tests in here. And let me switch to a wider chart. Yeah, two tests that we have here, and then see how it perform. You can see it's still testing. Maybe we're going to get that one line change soon, but we have to be some sort of foreign funds buying in here. Okay, so next one we have is SK Press. We have also Green Pentagon, right? But it's still holding up, came back down, but has confirmed no supply at the low base side. This is pretty good. A good opportunity here in terms of risk and reward, but we'll see how this market can pan out and start to move higher from here. Okay, this is what we are looking for. See whether this market can sort of push itself up, and then we gradually can go up from here. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe our free newsletter too if you have not done so. And let's take a look at this week fundamental FA stocks. All right, let's go back to the KLSE, and if you can find any. Oh, there's nothing exciting just this week. Let me switch to a wider chart here. So nothing over, and maybe we'll do the US. Okay, so let's take a look at US this time. Go to S&P 500, hit the Robie FA. Okay, and you have three stocks. Okay, DKS, which is stand for Dick's Sporting Good, and Kellon Petroleum Company. Okay, first one is Dick Sporting Good. They make all, it's like Decathlon, Malaysia equivalent of Decathlon, but US they have DKS. They sell a lot of guns, that's for sure, a lot of football, you know. 137 has been broken out in here, and also has a CNS, confirmed no supply, and this one looks pretty good. This market might just take off from here. And let's take a look at the FA. And these are some of those who are considering to diversify on US. So first time, just want to share with you. I couldn't find anything on the KLSE, so you can see from here. Pays a 2% dividend, ROE of 44. All right, that's pretty good with a PE of 11%. Oh, the sector average is it's a negative area in here. Interesting to see, right? Okay, next one we have is Kellon CPE. Okay, so CPE could see from here. Let's take a look. CPE. Okay, CPE, and hit that one. So let's look at the stocks fundamental. All right, you can see from here, Kellon Petroleum is a 3 out of 8 with a PE of only 1.55, ROE of 51 times. So it's really been beaten down. This stock, you can see right now is $37 in here. You know, you can see the nice kind of takeoff from in here. Something to look into. All right. And let me know what you think this kind of stocks, whether you can, you know, put into the US portfolio that they have, right? And whether you can use this eventually for diversifying out from here. All right, that's CPE. And of course, our Pentagon Guider, which is a unique proposition in here, allows you to foretell when it's the up signal and the down signal, denoted by the green Pentagon and the red Pentagon. And really one of the game changer in here is to set it in your alert. I hope that you're using this very good facility. Set up the alert, check the notification dalam pagi dan malam. So set up the watch list. You can see in here, when the watch list is there, you have the blue cell. The blue cell simply means that there are alert came out on Pentagon in here, and of course those area are sorted out in 4 categories. A very good features, allows you to, you know, enhance it in here. And when you have the green Pentagon, you'll see green and then red. That simply tells you, and also the alert on the bottom left hand side will tell you that the market is ready. And of course in the morning, if you're having, in this case, iOS map, you can see red alert, red alert, red alert, or green alert, especially those of you who have it in here. And remember, we are already inside a correction. No surprises is many of the stocks in here would show you red Pentagon. So definitely a good feature, freebie for especially when you are newbie here. Okay, ensure to enhance the alert notification, check out every day. So we're coming to the end, and if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to pencil those in. And of course the KLCI now is still well supported at 1440. Do hope that this level will hold on. If it doesn't hold on, then you'll see continue a breakdown from here, right? Those more experienced trader can use the ST2 intraday, the stage 2 intraday shares, which is a very fast kind of moving stocks in here. And of course, do sign up for our free newsletter in here, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube if you have not done so, and also TikTok in here. And the VSA 360 has many of the new features are not found on the SmartRobie in here, including the visual trading plan. All right, now we are at the junction. We're going to look at some stock. Yes, we have Richard here want me to look at EP. Okay, let's go to the KLSE, EPMB. Okay, EPMB, stock chart here. EPMB, as you can see from here, there isn't any green pentagon because those are big movement. Usually when you look at this kind of stock, one widespread bar is a distribution bar. One spread bar, distribute, one spread bar, distribute. A lot of people who are untrained, they fall into this and they are hoping that, you know, if they buy it, maybe keep it longer, 2-3 months, they'll get it. But this is very similar to Silver Ridge. The market can sell off one. I would stay away from all this EPMB. Okay, you got Apple. Apple is already turned red pentagon, James. So you can go up to US side here. Is that, I think so, APPL. Okay, APPL Malaysia or APPL US? Let me see. Malaysia got APPL. Oh, Pineapple. Okay, let's look at Pineapple. Okay. So Pineapple is 80-cent shares. This one is not liquid at all. If you look at this one here, that's why you don't see any green or red pentagon at all. Okay, US one, so that's Apple lah. Okay, because you put AAPL, it's AAPL. Okay, so AAPL has a nice good run in here, but I do think your written red pentagon, and also you all may have found out the big drop here. That's the one. It's time to go, as I said before, because they have missed the earnings. Usually they get punished on. A lot of times it's like this. But if you're longer term, I think let's see in the coming quarter. But if you're trading the shorter term one, this is a time to go because it's down 5%. So keep in mind when you buy any stocks, what is your horizon in here? And also look into the fundamentals. One of the mistakes that most people see is when they see red pentagon, they get out, but it is because you are trading a shorter term. Switch to a weekly chart, James. All right, if I'm not, then you will see whether this will help or not. Okay, we got Firdaus here, FFB. Okay, FFB, switch back to Malaysia. We'll try one more time. FFB. Okay, 123. Yeah, FFB looks pretty good. 1105. Yes, but naturally your entry should be much lower. Should be here. That's right. Should be around this bar at. Yep, you did it well. 115. I think that's great. Which is the green pentagon. Okay, one bar after the green panel, allow it to run, and if you have a nice decent profit, or you know when you see an uptrust, take profit lah. This kind of stocks, good one in here. All right, for Dows, follow the green pentagon and make money. All right, so that's all we have for this morning in here. Any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to pencil those in, and don't forget to subscribe to our Telegram, or even share that with your friend to get more information that is beneficial, and keep up to date with our regular talks on every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and share the link of SmartRobie with your friends, and you will get 100 credit if they use and download it, so more for you to use. All right, thank you very much everybody. Thank you for your support. Really enjoy your presence in here, and I'll see you on Wednesday.